Welcome back to Coach Factory. I'm Kathy, and this is the channel where we talk about how to uplevel your coaching business so you can serve more clients, have more fun, make more money, all of the good stuff. I mean, you got into coaching for a reason. You have knowledge, you have experience, and you want to help other people live a better life. You want to get them to those breakthrough moments. It's almost intoxicating, isn't it? When you're sitting with someone and they get it, they get their breakthrough, they see their life in a completely different way. My husband loved it. He was a coach for decades. He was a very gifted neuro-linguistic programming expert, and he could get people to breakthroughs in minutes. The first time I met him, I sat with him and watched him change someone's physiology so completely they almost seemed like a completely different person. It was intoxicating for me too. I could see that person's shift. And now that I'm doing my own coaching, it is very exciting for me when I can see one of my clients get their breakthrough, see their world in a different way, move beyond the limitations that has kept them from living the life of their dreams. But here's the thing, if that's all you're focused on, you are doing yourself a disservice. Yes, you're getting to those breakthroughs with your clients. You are being of service. But if that is what is driving you, you are missing out on a business that supports you. It's one of the reasons why I put together the book, From Expertise to Income. It's available via a link down below. It's only $9.99. It's an ebook right now available on coachfactory.co. I wanted coaches to understand that if you don't have products that support your business, you can't do those kinds of breakthrough sessions. You only have so much time in a day. And if you are focused on selling your time for money, you are also putting yourself in that risky place of having cash flow crunches, of having issues with the roller coaster of cash flow where you're either marketing or you're serving clients, but you don't have a steady stream of income that supports you in the work that you are doing. So get that ebook because it has a couple of great case studies in it from Tony Robbins and Brendon Burchard, where we analyze their businesses and how they have their products set up so that they can have a profitable coaching business. Products are the foundation of the work that we do. If you aren't creating products and spending time to create once and sell many times, you are not doing a service to yourself, to your clients, your prospects, or your business. That revenue stream helps you serve more clients. My husband was oftentimes his own worst enemy. I mean, he had tons of products that are still for sale now if you wanted to buy them, but he created all of these products because he knew himself. He was not going to be motivated to show up day to day if he was doing a 12-week coaching program with someone. He was driven by those breakthrough moments, and he wanted to get as many people as possible to those breakthroughs as he could. It was one of the reasons why he did events, so he could take an entire room full of people through these types of processes. It was one of the reasons why he had all of these products in place so that people could get to sort of mini breakthroughs on their own and eventually do a coaching session with him. But he loved just sitting with someone and helping them get to their breakthroughs. He would even go on the golf course with golfing pros who were having issues with their game, and he would notice that it really wasn't about their game, that they needed to solve other problems that were happening in their life that were affecting their game, and once they'd solve the other problems, their game just flowed. He was brilliant at what he did, but he was his own worst enemy because he just wanted to do those breakthroughs and get people shifted from one place to another. It's all he really wanted to do. He didn't want to do those long coaching engagements, so he had to productize his business. He was so successful that oftentimes he wouldn't have recurring clients. I mean, somebody would come to him for problem A, get a solution, and maybe 6 months down the road, hey, I have problem B now. Can you help me shift on that too? So he'd get recurring business like that, but he wouldn't have these long coaching arrangements. He was so successful at helping people get to those breakthroughs that they didn't really need these long engagements in order to get a shift. It happened very quickly. Now, his type of coaching was like that. Other types of coaching, let's say in the fitness industry, where it takes a period of time of diligence in order to bring the weight off. Those types of coaching engagements make sense because you're waiting for the body to catch up to what the mind has decided. But when you are doing mindset types of coaching, you don't really have these long engagements. You don't have a long process because it happens so quickly. So the more successful you are as a coach, the more you become sort of your own worst enemy because you are getting clients to breakthroughs quickly and you don't have those recurring coaching calls. They're not needed. Coaching happens, shifts happen, and people don't really need you anymore. You think of other professionals like someone who cuts hair. You go back every 8 weeks to get your hair cut and colored or whatever, and those are recurring types of businesses. Car repair, same types of things. You have oil changes, but you have other types of businesses where somebody comes to you once, they get a solution, and then they are gone. But that can create cash flow issues, which is why products are so helpful. You must bring new people into your business and help them engage with you at lower price points so they can get to know you and also so you can get some remuneration for the work that you have done. Once you can have those types of tripwire products in place, you can get people down the pipeline to higher ticket items much more easily. But if people are just coming to you for coaching and that's all you're doing, you are not casting your net wide enough. And if you're in a small niche, let's say you're a fitness coach and you are specifically helping women who are in their 40s deal with premenopause and all of the issues that come with that, or you are helping women in their late 20s who are getting off the baby weight, you have a very targeted niche. And all of the experts tell us this is what you should do. You must make yourself well known in a very targeted niche before you can expand. Well, if you are in a very targeted niche and you are highly successful as a coach, if you are getting people to their breakthroughs very quickly, you need to keep that pipeline filled. So if you are too targeted in your niche, how are you going to bring in a wider variety of clients? So it's sort of a double-edged sword. You can either niche in and get people into a longer coaching engagement, or you can go more broad and do these one-off sessions and get people to breakthroughs very quickly. But if you are not designing your business in a way that supports your income, you are not going to have a successful business. Studies show that cash flow is the number one problem that small businesses face. It's not revenue, it's not sales, it's not marketing, it is cash flow management. And cash flow can get into a crunch if you have periods of time where you have a lot of income coming in and periods of time where you're doing a lot of marketing and maybe don't have an income coming in. But if you are focused on just selling coaching alone, then you are going to have issues with cash flow and you are limiting yourself because you only have so many hours in a day that you can do coaching. And every hour that you're not coaching, if you have that business model, is an hour that you are not making any money. So how do you have your business structured? Are you doing one-off sessions? Do you have coaching packages? What happens when you get somebody to a breakthrough in the first few sessions and they don't need you quite as much anymore? How do you keep customers coming back? Do you have recurring customers, people who just keep you on as a coach for a long period of time, and how do you structure that? I would love to hear from you. And if you want to get that book, it is linked down below. It's From Expertise to Income. It's only $9.99 and it is available as an immediate download. So we'd love for you to check that out, and we will see you next time here on Coach Factory.